So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So, brothers, since these are the first days of Dhul Hijjah, and we all will do Qurbani in Eid al-Adha. So, I think it is fitting if we go through the ayahs of Ibrahim and Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam and the Qurbani story. So if you can turn to Surah Saaffat, Saaffat, which is right after Surah Yasin. Surah Saaffat, right after Surah Yasin. The number of the surah is 37. And the number of the ayah that will start is 83. 83. 83. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون فما ظنكم برب العالمين فنظر نظرة في النجوم فقال إني سقيم فتولوا عنه مدبرين فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون ما لكم لا تنطقون فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين فأقبلوا إليه يزفون قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون والله خلقكم وما تعملون قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين صدق الله العظيم. So, ayah number 83. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the stories of few prophets. So, before ayah number 83, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrated the story of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam briefly. Now, from ayah number 83, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now narrating the story of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So Allah started by saying, وَإِنَّ مِن شِيعَتِهِ لَإِبْرَاهِيمَ. And undoubtedly, from his group, Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam's group, is definitely Ibrahim. La Ibrahim, definitely Ibrahim. Which means that Shia means group. Shia means group. So Shi'atihi means his group, which means Nuh alayhi salam's group. Because Nuh alayhi salam came before Ibrahim alayhi salam. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying from the same group of prophets, right, was Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Right? Now Allah says, إِذْ جَاءَ رَبَّهُ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. When he came to his Rabb, إِذْ جَاءَ رَبَّهُ, when he came to his Rabb with a heart which was clean. Salim means healthy, which means clean. Clean from shirk here it means. So his heart was clean, meaning his heart was full of tawheed. Right? Because the biggest disease is shirk. And here Allah is saying he has no shirk in his heart whatsoever. So, إِذْ جَاءَ رَبَّهُ, and he came to his Rabb with a clear heart. Meaning he had a clear heart. Whenever he'll turn to Allah in dua, in ibadat, he will have pure tawheed in his heart. So his heart was healthy and clean. إِذْ قَالَ لِأَبِيهِ وَقَوْمِهِ مَاذَا تَعْبُدُونَ. When he said to his father and his people, مَاذَا تَعْبُدُونَ, what it is that you are worshipping. Now remember, Ibrahim alayhi salam's father, right, was the head priest of the temple. His name was Azar. His name was Azar. So Ibrahim Islam was born in such a family where everybody was doing shirk, where the whole city was doing shirk. He was the only one with Tawheed. So his father was the head priest of the temple. So when he grew up, he asked his dad and his people, Mada ta'budun, what it is that you are worshipping. Ifkan alihatan dun Allah turidun. Ifk means, in English you'll say,
To be straight.
huh?
To be straight.
No.
Straight
नहीं. Ifkan means that अटकल पच्चू क्या कहेंगे? Yeah, I mean, I do not know what. Yeah, falsehood. Yeah, falsehood. But ठीक है. Ifk means something that you are not sure of. इसको आप कहें ना तोहमत, बुहतान. That you are not sure of, but still you accuse something. Yeah, buhtan. So that you are not sure. Dun Allah, besides Allah, you are just following your ideas. That God could be one, God could be two, God could be three, God could look like this, God could look like this. So you are not sure. Right? Dun Allahi turidun. So that's what you want, to follow your understanding of God. فَمَا ظَنُّكُمْ بِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Now Ibrahim alayhi salam is now asking the people, what is your idea about Allah? Who is Rabbul Alameen? فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ. So one day the stars were out, one night the stars were out. He looked at the stars, because these people were worshipping stars as well. Even today, idol worshippers, many of them, worship stars as well. So he looked at the stars, فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ, and then he said, فَقَالَ إِنِّي سَقِيمٌ. I am sick. Saqim means sick. The story is that there was a big carnival outside the city, and everybody was going there. So his dad said, Ibrahim, let's go. Everybody is going to that carnival. I want you to go as well. But that night, Ibrahim Islam had a plan. He wanted to do something. So he says, Inni saqim, I am sick. Now you could say that he lied. He was not sick. He was healthy. He had no running fever, he had no headache, he has no, coronavirus, nothing. He was healthy. But still he said, I am sick. This is called tawriya. Tawriya means that when you say something and you mean something else. Here Saqim, he said, I am sick of shirk. I am sick of you people doing shirk. Right? So he did not mean that I am physically sick, but that I am sick of seeing all of you people doing shirk. This is called tawriya. فَتَوَلَّوْا عَنْهُ مُدْبِرِينَ. So those people, the entire village, the entire town people, they left him. Okay, you stay here alone, we are going. فَتَوَلَّوْا عَنْهُ مُدْبِرِينَ. They left him and they turned around and they said, okay, we are going, we'll see you in the evening. Late at night, we'll come back. So you stay alone at home. Now Ibrahim alayhi salam has his own plan. Now here's his plan. فَرَاغَ إِلَىٰ آلِهَتِهِمْ. He opened the door of the temple, and there inside the temple the statues were standing. Big, small and big. Idols. So faragha ila alihatihim. So he went to their gods. Faqal, now he's talking to the stones, to the idols. So he's saying, Faqala ala ta'kulun. The food is there that people present to their idols. Food is sitting there. So he looked at the food and he now addressed the idols. Ala ta'kulun, why are you not people eating? Ma lakum la tamtiqun. What had happened to you? I'm talking to you, you are not talking to me. Yeah. So faragha alayhim darbam bil yameen. So he went ahead and he started crushing and breaking those idols. Right? Bil yameen, with his right hand, meaning he started crushing and breaking those idols. فَأَقْبَلُوا إِلَيْهِ يَزِفُّونَ. Acha, in another place of Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further explained that He destroyed the small ones, the small idols. But He left the big idol untouched. And in one rawaya say that the hammer or the axe, whatever he was using, he hung that axe or hammer in the neck of the big idol. So imagine that big idol is the only idol remaining. And there is this hammer or the axe hanging in the neck. All the small idols are crushed to pieces. So when the people came, فَأَقْبَلُوا إِلَيْهِ يَزِفُّونَ, when people came, and in the 17th juz of Quran, in Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah explained that there was a mashwara because they opened the door next morning and they saw their gods all broken into pieces. So now, a meeting, emergency meeting was called, that who had done it? So people said, there is a person, we all think that he had done it. So the father of Ibrahim as-salam is the chief. He asked people, who do you think he had done it? قَالُوا سَمِعْنَا فَتًى يَذْكُرُهُمْ يُقَالُ لَهُ Ibrahim. They said that people are talking that individual is none other but Ibrahim. Right? So here, when they came, قَالَ أَتَعْبُدُونَ مَا تَنْحِتُونَ. Now when everybody assembled and they thought that today Ibrahim a.s. is going to be killed. He's going to be punished, killed. So Ibrahim a.s. got the attention of the entire crowd. Now he's asking them this question, أَتَعْبُدُونَ مَا تَنْحِتُونَ. Are you worshipping what you have carved? Nahata yanhutu means when you carve something. So you made these statues, these idols with your own hands. Now you are worshipping them. How stupid can you be? How crazy could you be that you are worshipping stones and these statues that you have yanhitun, that you have carved with your own hands? Wallahu khalaqakum wama ta'malun. And Allah had created you. Allah had created you and whatever you are doing. Whatever you are doing, and Allah had created you. No answer. So what batil and falsehood does is kill him. They don't have answer to Tawheed. Out of frustration, their only resort is kill him. But then they said, no, not just kill him. Kill him in such a painful manner that no other person should even think of rebelling against us. Now the father is deciding that let's make a huge fire, and burn him alive, his own son alive. So qalu, people said, ubnu lahu bunyanan fa'alquhu fil jahim. Let's make a big wall or something, right? And then make a huge fire and then throw him from the top of their wall, right? فَأَلْقُوهُ فِي الْجَحِيمِ فَأَرَادُوا بِهِ كَيْدًا فَجَعَلْنَاهُمُ الْأَسْفَلِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, these people plotted kaid. They plotted a very evil plot. But فَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ, I made them, al-asfalin, the losers. Asfalin means the people who are at the bottom, meaning the losers. Now we all know what happened. In Surah Al-Anbiya, in the 17th juz, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. I addressed the fire and I said, Kuni, Bardan, become cold. Bardan, cold, wasalaman, and become a source of comfort for Ibrahim. So the flames are still burning, but they are not hurting Ibrahim. Ibrahim Islam is sitting like as if you are sitting in a cold place, in an air-conditioned room. So the fire is burning, flames are burning, people are outside are feeling the heat. But Ibrahim alayhi salam, for whom the fire was lit, he is enjoying it. He is enjoying it. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this hukum that Kuni bardan wa salaman. Oh fire, become cold. Right? And wasalaman. And become a source of comfort. Right? For Ibrahim. So this was a mu'jiza. Right? So people, when they saw this mu'jiza, this miracle, many people gave up opposing Ibrahim alayhi salam. Many of them continued. Right? So this was one incident among the many incidents that happened in the life of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. But this happened when he was young. Right? Now, fast forwarding, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقَالَ إِنِّي ذَاهِبٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينَ رَبِّ هَبْ لِي مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now Ibrahim Islam grew up, right? He's a young man now. Now he is completely absorbed with Tawheed, right? So he said, Rabbi, inni zahibun ila Rabbi, I'm going towards my Rabb, Sayyadeen, he is going to show me the way. Meaning so much opposition, everybody is doing shirk, I am always going back to my Allah, he is going to show me the way. Right? Now, Rabbi habli min as-salihin. This is Quran. Quran doesn't give you too much background. Allah is forwarding it so fast. Now Allah is saying, Rabbi habli min as-salihin. He made this dua that, oh Allah, grant me a child. Habli, and give me a child which is pious. Pious child. Salihin, pious. How old was Ibrahim alayhi salam? Imam Ibn Kathir had narrated few narrations. The gist of all those narrations is that he was in his 80s. He was in his 80s and he has been making dua for a child. But his wife was barren, Saqim. So when angels came and told the old man Ibrahim that you are going to become a father, the angels came in the form of human beings. That you are going to become a father. So Ibrahim ﷺ said, how would this happen? Khalilullah, right? Khalilullah. But he said, how would this happen? I am an old man and my wife is Aqim, is barren. She cannot bear children. And another place Quran says that فَضَحِكَتْ, she started laughing. Now this laughter would be out of amusement. Yeah, that what are you guys talking? Because she did not know that these people look like human beings, but in fact they are angels. So in the 26th juz, in Surah Al-Zariyat, Allah said, فَضَحِكَتْ, she started laughing. That what are you talking about? That at this age, she must be in her 70s or something, that you think that I am going to become a mother at this age? وَكَانَ بَعْلِي شَيْخًا, and she said that my husband is an old man. But the angel said, قَالُوا كَذَلِكَ قَالَ رَبُّكِ إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْحَكِيمُ الْعَلِيمُ. Those young men who were angels, they said, it will happen. It will happen. And when Ibrahim Islam said, okay, please eat, because you are my guests, eat. So they were not eating. And then Ibrahim Islam felt something. He said, why aren't you eating? You are my guest. You have traveled from some place, some distance, you must be hungry, eat. They said, no, because angels don't eat. They just cannot eat. So when they did not eat, then the angels informed Ibrahim alayhi salam that, we are not human beings. We have come in the form of human beings, but we are angels. And Allah have sent us to give you this basharat, that you are going to become a father and you are going to get a son, which will be Ismail alayhi salam, because Ismail alayhi salam was the eldest son. فَبَشَّرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. So I gave the good news to him about a child, ghulam, Halim, who will be of great understanding. He would be of great understanding. Okay, again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fast forwarding, dekhiye, very fast. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ, meaning the child was born, grew up, everything happened, but Allah is not mentioning here that. Because Allah wants to come to the point of qurbani. Because all of this, the details of all this had been mentioned in other places of Quran. So Allah is not repeating it. Allah is coming to the point of qurbani. So Allah is saying, فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ مَعَهُ السَّعْيَ, when that child was able to run with his dad, or some say that it means that when the father was able to run with his child, because the dhamir is something of debate. Anyhow, meaning when the child was maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, around that age, wallahu alam. Qala ya bunayya, Ibrahim alayhi salam said, oh my dear child. Bani means my child, bunayya means my dear child. So this shows the love that Ibrahim alayhi salam has for his son. Qala ya bunayya, oh my dear child, inni ara fil manam, I have seen in my dream, anni azbahuk, that I am slaughtering you. Fanzur madha tara. So what's your opinion? What do you think I should do? Mashwara ho raha hai. Fanzur madha tara. So tell me, what do you think? Small child, right? But he was not too small. Small enough to walk and run with his father. 8 or 9 years old. So saying, Fanzur Madat, what do you think I should do? Now Ismail alayhi salam was going to become a Nabi himself. Not only Nabi, but he was going to become the father of our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? In his children, our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going to be born. Right? So look at the answer of a great Nabi. He said, Ya abati, O my father, if'al ma tu'mar, whatever you have been ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do it. As long as I am concerned, satajiduni insha'Allahu min as-sabirin. As far as I am concerned, you will find me insha'Allah. Ab dekhiye aap. This is Nabi. He is not saying that I will be sabirin. But the Nabi is humility, meaning he is not putting a claim that yes, I will be among sabirin. No. The Nabi is saying, satajiduni insha'Allah min as-sabirin. You will find me insha'Allah among the people who have sabr. Right? So the answer shows the humility, right, that Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam had from the beginning. Insha'Allah min as-sabirin. Ab falamma aslama, देखिए अलिफ के साथ, फलम्मा अस्लमा वतल्लहु लिल जबीन. When both of them surrendered to Allah, aslama, both of them. Right? So from this word, aslama means surrender. Muslim means surrender, the person who has surrendered. Right? Islam means to surrender. Right? So falamma aslama, when father and the son both surrendered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Watallahu lil jabeen. Dekhiye, jabeen is this, forehead. That's what jabeen. So tallahu means that Ibrahim alayhi salam made his son Ismail lie on the ground, but not with his face up, face down. Why? So that he should not see the face of his son when he is slaughtering. Right? وَنَادَيْنَا أَنْ يَا Ibrahim. At that time, I called upon Ibrahim. Nadaina. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called upon. Not that Ibrahim heard the voice of Allah, meaning angel said, Ya Ibrahim, O Ibrahim, قَدْ صَدَّقْتَ الرُّؤْيَا. You brought that dream true. Because that's the hukum of Allah. You all know that when a Nabi watches a dream, it is a form of wahi. He has to act upon it. Why is that? Shafat bhai, why is that? Why is the dream of a prophet wahi? Because every prophet is protected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan. So you and I see dreams, sometimes we see dirty dreams. Sometimes we see dreams that has no meaning. Right? Sometimes we see what we are thinking all day, the same thing comes in the form of dreams. Right? So we are under the influence of shaitan all the time. Right? But when a prophet, any prophet, watches a dream, he is protected from shaitan. So when he sees a dream, that is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Dekhiye, our Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw so many dreams, right? About azan, about this and that. So here also. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saddaqta ru'ya. You had brought the ru'ya means the dream. You confirm that dream. Inna kadhalika najzil muhsinin. And I test and then I reward. In this way, al-muhsinin, people who are righteous. Now, inna hadha lahu al-bala'ul mubin. No doubt this was a big test. Mubin means open test. Inna hadha, no doubt this was a bala. Bala means test. Mubin means open, which means big. Right? Big. But wafadainahu bid. Now what happened there? When Ibrahim Islam laid his son with his forehead down, what happened? Allah is saying, وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. Allah replaced Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam with a goat. So Ibrahim Islam had his eyes closed and the knife was on the neck of his son. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered angels to just take Ismail away from the knife and put a ram, a goat, a lamb, whatever it was. Now Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam brought the knife into motion and the blood is coming out. He is thinking that I had slaughtered my son. When he opened his eyes, the son is standing next to him and the ram, he slaughtered a ram. For this, I think, وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبْحٍ عَظِيمٍ. Then I replaced Ismail alayhi salam with a zibh, with a zabah, with a slaughter, azim, which was a big slaughter, the biggest of all times. Nobody has slaughtered such a thing ever before. But for you and me, brothers, وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. And I left, Allah is saying, I left this example for the people who will come after Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam to follow. So you and me, Jews don't follow, Christians don't follow. Alhamdulillah, Muslims follow. So we follow the sunnat of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. I think وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. And I left this sunnat of Ibrahim fil akhirin for the people who will come after him to follow. So one time Sahaba asked Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, said, Ma hadhihi al-adahi ya Rasulallah. Ya Rasulallah, what is this qurbani? Adahi means qurbani. Rasulullah says, Sunnata abikum Ibrahim. This is the tradition of your father Ibrahim. Sahaba said, Fama lana fiha ya Rasulallah. Ya Rasulallah, what will we get by slaughtering animal? So Rasulullah gave an example. Bikulli sha'ratin hasana. No, this is just an example. That for every hair, for every hair of that animal that you have slaughtered, you will get one hasana. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to count the hairs. It means that tremendous amount of reward. Tremendous point of reward. So this is the sunnat of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So we should be very serious about it. And one more thing before I go ahead. Dekhiye, crazy times are here. People are going crazy. Muslims are going crazy as well. This new thought is prevailing among Muslims not to do Qurbani during Eid al-Adha, instead giving the same amount of money to poor and needy. What is their justification? They claim that what kind of ibadat is this? I buy a goat, for example, right? Let's say for $400, you buy a goat, you slaughter, and then you eat the meat yourself. So they say that nobody is benefiting. Even if you divide the meat into 3 parts, you are eating 1 part. You are giving 1 part to your family and friends, and the 3rd you are giving to poor people, which not everybody does. Since the goat is so expensive nowadays, people want to keep all the whole goat after slaughtering. So they say, instead of that, I'll give the same $400 to a poor person, but I will not do Qurbani. So this thought is completely wrong. Here this ayah is saying, وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made it mandatory upon people to slaughter. So this is an act of ibadat. And any act of ibadat cannot be substituted with another. Like, so tomorrow you cannot say that, why should I pray salah? I can do the dhikr of Allah in other ways. Absolutely. Then you'll say, I will not fast, because instead of fasting, right, I can do other forms of hardships over myself, right? No. This is why they hear Quran. See, Quran is the book for all people, for all the time. Allah knew that such crazy people will come. So in the 17th, Allah said, لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهَ لُحُومُهَا وَلَا دِمَاؤُهَا وَلَكِنْ يَنَالُ التَّقْوَى مِنْكُمْ. Allah said, remember that the flesh and the blood of your qurbani animal doesn't reach Allah. But it is the taqwa that reaches Allah. So taqwa is piety. That I will do this because Rasulullah have told us and our Ibrahim alayhi salatu have told us. So qurbani is an act of ibadat that cannot be replaced. Right? Yes, you do the qurbani, you want to help people, give the entire animal after qurbani to poor and needy people. Okay? If that's what you want, right? Yes, kya kehne mein?
We can send the money to outside Palestine.
Yeah, for qurbani. Yeah, yes. Yes, you can do that. Ab salamun ala Ibrahim. Peace be upon Ibrahim. Kadhalika najzil muhsinin. In this way I reward the righteous people. Innahu min ibadinal mu'minin. No doubt he, meaning Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, was among my slaves who were the true believers. وَبَشَّرْنَا अच्छा देखिए ये तो होगा. Now this was Ibrahim and Ismail, right? Now Allah blessed Ibrahim alayhi salam with another son. Okay? Now Allah is talking about the second son. وَبَشَّرْنَاهُ. And I gave him, meaning who? Ibrahim alayhi salam, a good news. بِإِسْحَاقَ, about Ishaq. That he will also become a Nabi. Mina Salihin, and of course he will be among Salihin. وَبَارَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ وَعَلَى إِسْحَاقَ. And Allah said, I blessed him and Ishaq. وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِهِمَا. And from their children. Hima means who? Ismail and Ishaq. Among their children, these two brothers' children, muhsinu, there will be lots and lots and lots of people that will come. Right? Some of them would be muhsin, some would be zalim. Zalimul li nafsi, mubin. Some of them would be righteous, sahibul iman, and some of them would be open sinners. Right? But they will all be from the children of Ishaq and Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is the story of Ibrahim and Ismail in Surah Saaffat. One or few points to remember, my dear brothers and sisters. First thing in Qurbani, why did Allah ask Ibrahim alayhi salam for this Qurbani? Because his love towards his son. Allah saw that Ibrahim alayhi salam is loving his son too much. Too much. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to test. Although Allah knows the condition of everybody's heart. Right? But this incident, Allah let it happen for you and me. Allah knows everybody's heart's condition. If this incident would not have happened, you and I would not have learned anything. So because this incident happened, now till the day of Qiyamah, everybody is talking about it. So the lesson here is that yes, love your children, love your family, right? But you should not love them more than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love. Right? The love of Allah should be dominant. Right? And Yeah. Allah means after Allah, Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So then after that, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have said in the 10th juz. قُلْ إِنْ كَانَ آبَاؤُكُمْ وَأَبْنَاؤُكُمْ وَإِخْوَانُكُمْ وَأَزْوَاجُكُمْ, those 8 categories. That if you love them more, Allah is not saying don't love them. You love them. But أَحَبَّ إِلَيْكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. If you love them more than Allah and His Rasul, then Allah is saying فَتَرَبَّصُوا and وَجِهَادٍ فِي سَبِيلِهِ. And if you don't want to serve your deen, Allah said, then wait till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides. So Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لَا يُؤْمِنُ أَحَدُكُمْ, none of you could be a true believer حَتَّى أَكُونَ أَحَبَّ إِلَيْهِ, until I become dearer to him. Then his family member, and then says, then what? Then himself. Meaning you should love Rasulullah more than you love yourself. In the 24th Allah said, An-Nabiyyu awla bil mu'minina min anfusihim. Nabi should be loved by mu'mineen more than they love themselves. Yeah, Umar. So this is why the Qurbani, is an act of ibadat. We should revive this lesson that we must love Allah and His Rasul more than we love anybody. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallah bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على النبي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله.
How many days Ibrahim was in fire?
ये सब नहीं मालूम सब एक मिनट के
Some say 30 days, some say 40 days.
एक मिनट के साथ
चाय के बाद चली गई।